Gemini writes, changed my life. It's been about 3 years since Steve Lacy dropped his finest work, Gemini writes, and like I said before, this album changed my life, point blank. I remember when Bad Habit took over the world and you literally couldn't escape it. And yes, in a way, it was overplayed, but honestly, I couldn't care because of just how good the song actually was. And what's crazy about Bad Habit being so good is that it's only the tip of the iceberg. See what I did there? Anyways, my opinions on the album go something like this. Mercury took some time to grow on me, and the ending is still a bit odd, but the song itself is a worthy entry. Give You the World perhaps is one of the greatest love songs made and has to be a top 15 Steve song ever, if not top 10, if not top 8, if not top 5. The slow-paced emphasis on story and vocals is the equivalent of Shakespeare's best work. No, I'm not glazing. I think Sunshine had the potential to be good, but with Fouché in the mix, it's much more than that. This is a top 3 song on the album by far, and it's made even better from an experience perspective with the music video, which, man, I wish every song on the album had a music video, but it's all good. And how could I forget the fire guitar solo at the end? Funny enough, that's actually the first piece of the song I had ever heard, so when I found out the rest of the song was just as amazing, I'm sure you can imagine my reaction. And if you thought Bad Habit was popular, I mean, we have to talk about Static as well, which had not one but 2 trends attached to it. And I would also say it's definitely worth the popularity that it received. My favorite part of the song has to be the ending lines of the song, pretty much everything in relation from if you had to stunt your shining from your lover, dump that effort. But that's not to forget the amazing piano, almost acoustic vibe the song carries, which is also just a major theme in this album. Like, some of the songs almost feel indie, but also sound very well produced. It kind of is a good mixture of some of the tracks from Apollo 21, but also the stuff from the lo-fis as well. It still feels like Steve, but just a bit better. Cody Freestyle to me is definitely the most underrated song on the album, as it feels like it's never brought up in the same way as the others, despite the fact that it literally has the feel of that one Doctor Strange clip I abuse in every video. But besides that, Helmet is the greatest thing since Sliced Bread. Actually, no, Sliced Bread couldn't lay a finger on Helmet, honestly. I could spend the entire video praising this song, but if I were you, I'd just give it a listen and appreciate life a bit more. Buttons is another one of the album's slower tracks, but just like the other ones, I can feel the love being sent from the writing room to my ears directly into my rose gold headphones. Together is short, and so just like every other Steve song that clocks in early, you wish it was longer, but it only means that what was left was so good it needed to be relapsed 3 more times before I could move on to the next song. And if that's not the goal, then I don't know what is. And now, Amber. Amber is technically not my absolute favorite song on the album, as that would go to Helmet. But my God, I know peak when I hear it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be making this video. So with that being said, I think Amber is the best song on the album. Not my personal favorite, but I can't ignore the bar this song sets for the future of Steve's music. And I think some people actually forget that when this man feels like it, Steve can hit some crazy high notes because he gets high on this song. Like, to the point where I get sad because I can't sing the song with him because my voice would just cut out. But nonetheless, whether I can hit Steve's notes or not, Gemini Writes is without a doubt Steve's peak performance yet. And it took a really long journey to get here. I mean, he even won a Grammy on this, and I'd be crazy to say it wasn't deserved. Personally, this album got me through a lot. And even when things were perfectly fine, having this album on repeat just made life a bit more enjoyable. So even though he won't see this, thank you, Steve Lacy, and thanks for watching. I think I'm done totally glazing today, so subscribe. Hold on. Just relax on that. We need to talk about what this man Steve has been doing in the last 2 days. So for the last few days now, Steve has had these string of posts that have featured a smiley face with a dark blue background. First, it was just the image that he posted on Instagram. Then he was wearing a t-shirt of it, etc. Maybe I'm crazy for thinking that meant something, and I thought maybe it really wasn't anything. Maybe I was just in over my head. But then he casually took to Instagram to reveal that he's dropping. And not only is he dropping, but he's dropping on Friday. As in this Friday. So, you know I'm going to be on it. You know I'm going to be listening. You should too. The GOAT is finally on his way back. We miss you. Now I'm actually going to go ahead and get out of here, so peace.